part three. Thursday. Right, so Thursday morning, I said to Edward, I need to take myself back to the hospital. Something is really, really wrong. I am not getting any better. I am just constantly getting worse. Unfortunately, our 14-year-old son was not very well that day. Me being a stubborn mule, I know I am. I said, I'll take myself to the hospital by myself. So I drove myself to the hospital because I knew I needed to be seen. And obviously, my stepfather having a stroke and everything like that, I didn't want to impose my poorly child on to family members that day. I know they would have had him, like, that's not the issue. It was just me being stubborn. However, so I took myself up to the hospital. Well, I did phone the ward first and they told me to come up at 2:30, which is what I done. I went in, I was seen, and I was seen again by this wonderful gynae. Like, she was absolutely incredible. She felt my stomach. She said, this is not right. This is not normal. How has this carried on for this whole week? And I said, I don't know. She said, I think we need to admit you. And I said, yeah, it cannot continue. They done bloods and everything on me, and all of my blood seemed to be coming back okay. So they said there's definitely no sign of infection or anything like that. They just needed to get me settled. So I think it's around 5 o'clock. They said, let's just do another scan just to check what's happening. So I went back in and saw the same sonographer from the week before. She was incredible. She remembered me from the week before and she spoke through everything to me. And she said, there's no blood flow to your ovary. I said, right, okay, what does that mean? Because, I'm not a gynecologist. She said, the chances are it's very likely your ovary has twisted through the weight of the cyst and has possibly died. So obviously at that point I knew this is really serious now. Like, this is really serious. It's not just a case that the cyst is causing problems. This is a real serious medical emergency right now. How has this gone on for so long? But, that was one of the things going through my head. But at the same time, I was like, I need my husband here right now. So obviously phoned family, told them what was happening. My mum got to my house to look after my children. And because I took the car to the hospital, my stepfather, Andy, bless him, had to bring Edward up to the hospital to me. And then the gynecologist came back around and explained that this needs to be removed pretty sharply. It is very, very serious. Yeah, I think that we're going to come back for part 4 now.